Hi everyone, this is Dylan again from Dylan's Reptile Time. Hope you're all okay. We're going to have a look at another lizard today. So this is a type of lizard called a skink. And this in here is Brian, the blue-tongued skink. So here he is. What do you think of him? Yeah, there he is. So he's a blue-tongued skink from Australia, Papua New Guinea, places in Indonesia as well. And he's a skink, so he's not a skunk or a stink. He's a skink. And there's about 1,500 different types of skink in the world. Brian here, the blue-tongued skink, they're probably one of the biggest there is. And he's a type of lizard. So if you look at him, skinks, they look like a cross between a snake and a lizard. They've got long bodies, tiny legs and arms, really smooth scales. Some don't have any legs at all. And we've got one in this country, like a skink, called a slow worm. And slow worms are reptiles. They're lizards, but they look like snakes. They've got no legs and arms. You can tell it's not a snake, though, because it's got ears. It's got eyelids as well. And if you look at the holes at the side of Brian's head here, they're his ears. So we've got flappy ears like dogs and cats. Lizards have just got holes in the side of their head because they do a lot of digging. Flappy ears are just get in the way down in the tunnels as well. And they're called blue-tongued skinks because they're skinks and they've got a blue tongue, yeah. And the reason why they've got a blue tongue is because they only eat blue things. So they eat blue M&Ms, blue Smarties, bubblegum ice cream, blue slush drinks, Everton fans, blue lollipops, Smurfs, and they all turn their tongue blue. No, that's not actually true, no. They've got a blue tongue to scare off anything that might want to eat them. So if Brian is face to face with a predator, something that wants to eat him, what he does, he kind of puffs himself up, and then he goes, and it usually does enough to scare off whoever wants to eat him, makes him look a bit weird, or gives him enough time while the other animal's thinking, what was that? And he can just run off. So he's got a few predators in Australia. So there's big kind of dogs called dingoes. There's eagles, kookaburras, people's cats probably eat them as well. Because where they're from in Australia, parts of Australia, people can find them in their garden. It's pretty cool, isn't it? And they're quite good in the garden because of what they eat. So they are omnivores, so they eat like plants and animals. So this one eats a mixture of fruit, insects, a bit of mice as well. Their favourite food in the whole world, though, are snails. Yeah, and what they do, they catch the snail, crush the shell with their big powerful jaw there, scoop out the middle with their tongue, and then they spit out the shell. So we're going to watch Brian eat a snail. So turn away now if you're a big time snail lover. Okay, sorry about that. So we can see how Brian moves. So on the floor, he kind of drags himself along with his little legs and arms across the floor, glides along the grass. If you have a look as well, he sticks his tongue out a bit like a snake. So he's kind of tasting the air. A bit like a snake does, probably looking for snails maybe. Oh, there's one. Right, what he does, he kind of grabs the snail. I've sped this up a little bit because it can take a bit of time sometimes. So he kind of crushes the shell with his big powerful jaw, and he maneuvers it around, and he kind of scoops out the middle with his tongue, and he kind of leaves behind the shell and swallows down the soft snail inside. Lovely, tasty. As well as snails, he also eats insects, plants, fruit, he even eats mice as well. There we go. And he's all chuffed with himself, licking his lips because he's just had a lovely snail. Right, so that was how Brian eats his food. Do you eat your snails like that? Yeah, maybe not. Yeah. Right, so that was Brian, the blue-tongued skink. Say bye, Brian. Get a close-up of his tongue there. There we go. Right, let's put him back. Right, so I hope you all enjoyed that. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.